Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live.
Hey everyone, thank you for coming on board. My lighting is not the best. Let me see if I can get it. It's all right. It's the best I can do with the circumstances I'm sitting with. How is everyone doing? Maybe I should get some light from over there. Hold on a second. I'm going to get some light to the left here. How is everyone doing? We're going to talk about Bravo and their inability to take care of Black women and microaggression that is showing up, starting with Real Housewives of New York, which is the first time they've literally had to deal with someone complaining about microaggression. That's with Eboni. And we didn't get a reunion with New York, right? So no one could literally communicate effectively what was really happening. Like, they forego the reunion because they knew they were in trouble. Do you understand? But we're watching the microaggression on Garcelle and Crystal. So let me start with Crystal. Let me start with the dark story that Crystal seems to have a hard time explaining. The dark side of what Sutton said is, Sutton said, I let my children, there was a Black girl, there was an Asian girl, and I let them play in the pool. The dark side to what Sutton said had everything to do with history. And when a Black person entered a pool or an Asian person entered a pool, they would drain the pool. Now, why Crystal had a hard time explaining that is beyond me. They would drain the pool, and that was racist. And it is something that we hold on to. So when somebody says, I have a Black friend, no, you're being racist. You just don't know it. But you're still being racist because no one just has a friend. I have a Black friend. It doesn't work that way. For Blacks, we can never say, I've got a white friend, so I understand. Because it doesn't make sense. Because the gamut of white culture is from Scottish to Italian to Greek to this. Like, come on, people. Come on. So you never hear a Black person say, I've got a white friend, because it doesn't make sense to us. But you all think it's okay to say, I've got a Black friend. It's not. I was in a certificate class for domestic violence, and they were giving examples on particular scenarios. And two people in the class made the faux pas. One said, I forgot what the scenario was about, but it was about Black. One person said, I have a Black friend, and I got livid in my head. But I was like, this is not your battle, Tracey. Until another person said, she has her boyfriend who's half Black and half Chinese, so she can't be racist. And I lost it. I lost it. I was like, you can't tell me because you have a penis inside of you that's half anything that you understand Black culture. Because I can guarantee that half black, half Chinese is going with this half Chinese. And so are you. But you're justifying that he's half black. You want to make it seem like it's like cool. It's not cool when you say it that way. And then I burst into tears and I had to walk out the room because the microaggression that you all don't realize you're doing is the problem. Now, am I crazy, or did you see red eyes, like ready to tear up at the reunion? Am I the only one that saw that she was trying to hold back tears? Her eyes turned like bloodshot. They were bloodshot. Am I crazy? I was so hurt watching the second part of this reunion. I was hurt for Garcelle. I was hurt for her blackness. I was hurt because Kyle's insensitive. And the only time she spoke up was to spat at Crystal. And thank God Crystal held her ground. Crystal, you didn't explain it well, but you held your ground against Garcelle. And for all of those women, thank you, SB, you didn't like it at all. For all of those women to say, when Diana was like, you called me evil. No, she didn't call you evil to your face. It was in reference to a comment that you said about Sutton. Garcelle said, that's evil. The action was evil. And Andy couldn't find his way to figure that out. Like Garcelle's just hanging on to this racist ball, second year in a row. When Kyle said to her last year, you never paid, but waited until the reunion to bring it up. Like, this needs to stop, Peacock. This needs to stop. The microaggression needs to be recognized. It needs to be an HR issue now. These women need to go into training for microaggression. They don't know what they're doing. I get it. I'm not Jesus. Forgive them, Lord. They don't know what they're doing. I'm not Jesus. You're going to learn today. And then Diana was like, whoever, somebody called somebody a cunt, somebody called somebody evil. Diana must have called Garcelle a cunt. And the word evil came up from Garcelle. That's evil. And then Andy goes, I think cunt is worse than evil. And all the women were like, no, evil's worse. Evil's worse? I'm sorry, you bitches. You all are evil. Not mean girl, evil girls. Cunt is worse. And it's horrible. But you all can't seem to see the difference when it's to protect ourselves. They need diversity training. So my question to you all is, I want to either write a letter or file a petition. How do I do that? What program do I need to go on? What app do I need to go on to file a petition and get you all to be on board with me? Because I cannot take this anymore. What program do I go on? Yes, Garcelle was holding her composure. I grew up in a military community of a lot of interracial relationships with Black men married to Asian or European women who were racist against Black people. And yet they would say, my husband is Black. No, you're racist. It doesn't matter if your husband is black. You have no black care inside of you. This is what happens when Bravo waits 20 seasons to add a black girl to the show. SB, exactly. Because what happens when you add a fabulous black woman like Eboni K. Williams? They didn't know what to do with fabulosity. They didn't know what to do with her. And so the microaggression, because the microaggression comes out because of jealousy. I'm going to call it what it is. It's jealousy. Black girl magic is jealousy. And that's been in their DNA since slavery. The jealousy part has always been there. This is so blatantly evil, and Bravo is a common denominator. Thank you, Cynthia. Yes, we should tweet at Bravo, at Peacock, at Andy, at NBC Universal. We absolutely should. But I want to submit a petition. No, Eboni didn't trigger Ramona's racism. It was always in Ramona. Two different things. They just never had to deal with a black person. That's the difference. She didn't trigger shit. It sat in there. You never got to see it because there was never anybody black to go against them. I think Peacock needs help to deal with black women. What I saw today just hurt me to the core. Garcelle's my sister. It hurt me to the core to watch Garcelle be in that much pain. Thank you, Nina Love. Yeah, it was always there. We didn't get to see it because there was never anybody black on the show. Cut to Beverly Hills. Ironically, Eboni ruins New York. They don't even do a reunion because they knew Eboni was gonna come hard. She's a lawyer. So they protected themselves by not having a reunion, and then turned right around, did their own investigation, and said, we found nothing wrong with Ramona, but we're going to fire her. Make it make sense. And Carlos King, I can't believe you gave Ramona a soapbox to talk about Eboni. Carlos King, all your shows should fail. You are so busy trying to go after Andy because you've got this grudge against Andy. You are sick. You're the typical black man that goes against black women, even if it means bringing Ramona on. What the hell? What the hell? Thank you, Soul Sister. They want Garcelle and Eboni to respond ignorant and hysterically. If Garcelle had acted like Lisa acted all season, what would they call her? All together now. Angry black girl. But Lisa was a whole Karen the whole season. Erica was a whole Karen. Erica's such a Karen that those rings, she's going to fight dead people for those rings. for those earrings. Rumor has it Bravo is racist. They've proven it. But you know what? Why does Garcelle have to be the classy one? They're shouting off. They're throwing things. They're acting disgusting, all of them. But we have to label Garcelle classy. Why don't we get them to be classy? Garcelle doesn't have to be classy. None of them are. I mean, Carlos turned on us, Kenneth. He turned. But it's so typical for the black man to turn on a black woman. Giving Ramona a voice because you have a problem with Andy. Because your ass got fired, Carlos King. Oh, man, I'm running out of battery here. Who can I contact to write a petition? Does anybody know? Because I want a petition going, and I want Bravo and Peacock and NBC Universal to look at themselves. I never want to see that happen to a black woman ever again. No one is learning lessons here. No one is being held accountable, not even at the reunion. Diana harasses Garcelle. And she made no apologies? I do it in my own investigation. The thing is that I have privilege. And I can file a lawsuit to John Doe so that I can find out who attacked Jax. What am I doing? I don't want to do a reading. Do I want to do a reading? No. What am I doing? No. I want Bravo to take accountability. And I don't want Bravo to take accountability in secret. Damn it. I want Bravo to take accountability and let us see it. Say to us, this is how we have decided to handle our issues. Black women, we hear you. Black women, we hear you. And we are disgusted by our behaviors. We are disgusted with Andy. We are disgusted on how he handled the reunion and did not make Diana more accountable. But he attacked Candace last year. He attacked Candace. And Candace was a victim last year by that crazy girl, Monique. Really? We really need to boycott Bravo. We really do. And Atlanta's not going to be any better. They're already telling Marlo to go home. Like, how bad is Marlo being? Why do we want to see that again this year? Oh, the Deanna lawsuit for Jax irked me. She made it seem that she had the power to find it. She did have the power. It was her. It was her. Just like Dorit robbed herself, she's filing a lawsuit to find out who did this. It's you. You know, again, that's the mantra. Andy had said he dated black men to say he isn't racist. That's the mantra. I'm tired. I'm tired. I can't take this anymore. All right. This is ridiculous. I will not let this go. I will not let this go. I will not let this go. My feelings were hurt watching Garcelle. And I'm pretty sure I can file a petition to let Bravo, Peacock, NBC Universal know that I was affected watching Garcelle sit there and get abused. And Diana goes, and then Diana goes, I was getting death threats. No, I'm sorry, a 14-year-old child was getting death threats. And then they're so insensitive. They're such disgusting women. What did they say behind that? Well, Kyle said, well, Portia, she got attacked online. When? And then Erica goes, my son got threats because, he's a cop. First of all, he got fired. He's no longer a cop. He got fired. Thanks to his mother. And then Rena goes, oh, my daughters have been attacked. No, your daughters were attacked because one of them dated a 60-year-old man. And you walk around showing your ass on Instagram, embarrassing your daughters. But can we just stay focused on this season? This season, Jax got attacked. Prior seasons, we never heard anything about any of your children getting attacked. And none of y'all can sit in the fact that a poor black 14-year-old got attacked. Wow. Andy is full of manipulation and will not take accountability for the women on Bravo's racist behavior. Exactly. All right, guys. I just wanted to come on. This doesn't have to be long. I also don't need to do a reading. I just wanted to let you guys know I am going to find a petition and I would like the support so that I could send it over to NBC Universal, Peacock, and Bravo. They have to take better responsibility of black women on that show, where it's mixed. Oh yeah, Erica's son got fired. He does not work for LAPD. Watch the reunion. It is heart-wrenching. But isn't that what they do? That's a racist act. And that's what I'm trying to say. Please share it. Once you find it, I will. Could we do a class action lawsuit, guys? I was thinking about that. Is it possible to do a class action lawsuit against NBC for the hurt that they're giving to black women? Is that possible? Because I would want to file that. Listen, guys, I'm not looking for the money. I'm looking for honor and dignity and respect. That's what I'm looking for. It's mentally traumatizing. I was so hurt watching Garcelle be so hurt that I felt like I was sitting there with her. And I wish I was sitting there with her. Because I would be in her ear and I'd be like, what the hell? How dare she? How dare Diana think that evil that you didn't call her, you said that's evil, is worse than cunt. And then Sutton answered a response to Diana. And again, she came for Garcelle. And Garcelle was like, me again. You're talking to her, but somehow it's me. It's heart-wrenching. It was hard to watch. Garcelle was so hurt. It's mentally traumatizing, and I'm over it. Let me tell you something. It was so traumatizing for me today that I can't watch Housewives on Wednesdays because I have my spiritual group, right? So I watch it on Thursdays at my lunch hour. It was so traumatizing. I fell asleep, which doesn't happen. I literally passed out. Like I needed a mental break that bad, watching Garcelle be in that much pain. Her eyes were bloodshot. And when you feel helpless, like I was so helpless, I couldn't even tweet about it. Right? The anger was so much bigger than a tweet could give me. Do you understand? Every Black woman can understand Garcelle's pain. It's our reality, and America can't relate. But corporations, when you see it visually, corporations have to take better responsibility. And the host, the host needs to know the difference. And he needs to understand microaggression. And the way Kyle kept yelling at Crystal, like, you disgust me, Kyle. Yeah, I think Spirit was protecting me. No one came to Garcelle's defense. I saw it. No one. All right, guys. I'll figure out what petitions are out there, and I'm going to submit it, and I'm going to respectfully ask you to sign it. I think we need to support Garcelle, Eboni, Crystal, and I'm not sure what went down with Mary Cosby, but I'm going to include Mary Cosby in it. I'm not really sure, Nina, anymore. I'm so past those eras. I don't know anymore. All right. Keep me posted. If you know of a petition, let me down below. Let's keep this conversation going down below. Let me know what you think. Because I'm hurt. I'm hurt. I'm hurt. I'm beyond disgusted. It's like to the bone. I'm hurting to my bones. All right, guys. I love you all. Keep me posted. Thank you. Bye.
Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey